Hey everyone. Good morning. It's Karla Johnston-Krase, and I am going to invite a friend in here and see. Yeah, um, happy solstice, and maybe you caught the full moon last night too. Beautiful. Here we go. I'm gonna bring my friend. Hey, here she comes. It might take a minute. Um, hey, hi, Siris.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, Karla. Good morning.
How, how are you doing?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good
And
afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are.
yeah, wherever you are, and happy solstice, at least here.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, there's some, uh, yeah, we'll give people a minute to come on, but Siris and I really wanted to come in this morning and chat a little bit about what's been up in our world and some of the conversations we've been
Yeah.
having together. About receiving and this time of year that is not always easy for everyone. And I've definitely had those times myself. And I think maybe most of us have just wanting to create a space for
Yeah.
that, whatever is. Hey, Cindy. What? Cool. I'm not so savvy at the Facebook Live. So I think I can, yeah.
You're
Anyway,
fooling everybody.
it's like I see things and I'm like, what do I do with that? But it's sort of fun. It's just really fun to see people pop in. So
Well, and it's
for
funny that you say that. It's like, a lot of people, we get a lot of awareness and information. It's like, what do I do with this intensity? What do I do with this information? I have all these feelings and emotions that are coming up. What do I do with
what do I
this?
do
It's
with
like,
it?
well, what if you could just notice it
Yeah,
and just be like, well, that's there.
yeah,
And you don't really actually have to do anything with it.
yeah,
Like there have been these moments of sadness that have come up in my world in the last couple weeks. There have been these moments of missing, of aching, of wondering, of judgment, of, did I do enough? Did I
mm,
create enough this year? Did I connect with enough people? Did I create enough change in the world? I'm constantly looking at, that and asking myself, well, look, how can I contribute to the world every day? Uh, and I was talking to a friend recently about how she didn't really want to celebrate the holidays at all. Basically, even before Thanksgiving onward, she's like, I haven't really been that excited about celebrating the holidays. I'm getting all these party invites, and I'm just like, nope, 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 I don't feel like it. And for her, part of it is that, one of her brothers died a year or two ago, and around the holiday time, and it's she's missing him and noticing that his body, he's not there. uh and how many of us are missing different bodies,
yeah.
that there's just, it's, we get, a lot of us get, and that we can still be connected with people even after they pass away, and yet we miss their bodies.
Yeah. Well, and even people that are in their body, but things have changed, like um,
Yeah.
either in relationship or in health or in so many
Mm-hmm.
other ways. I'm very, I'm very aware of that in my life, and it's it's solstice time, and for me, that didn't used to be very significant, but I love just looking to the invitations of nature, and there's been this one this year, very significant. Well, significant, I don't know. It just keeps like drawing me in to really look back and acknowledge all that is, and acknowledge all the people. I've sort of had this desire to pull some things, look at old pictures or even old notes and different things, and I've been messaging people that I haven't seen in years, but out of a place of gratitude and not a.
Yeah.
The difference for me this year, I think, is it hasn't been this heaviness that it often was. It's been um, more gratitude, and I'm curious, like um, what that means for the year to come. Like, and that like solstice is about turning to light. And I know that so many times in my life, December was a month when I was real young that my grandparents who lived next door both passed away 1 year from each other. And there's like in our family, we have birthdays and we have deaths and we have illnesses and all these things And I've been having more space to just say, what if I stopped trying to decide which parts of it are right and wrong and which parts of it are good and bad and which, like, did I do enough? Was I there enough? Am I doing enough?
Yeah.
And just like to be like, to just let me and my body be, which is not something we're really taught. And that whole, I'm aware that sometimes we can, when we're looking at people or relationships of the past, this time of year, in my work and in my personal life, I've been finding a lot of people just talking about missing people or the heaviness there or the sadness. And what if that's okay? And I'm also aware that sometimes in my own life, I've either decided what was so great and right, like almost memorializing things or people or events or jobs or glorifying something, and then now seeing now as a lack. Or I've done the opposite, where I've just like, wow, I'm glad that's so behind. And there's such an energy of resistance that it doesn't really allow me to be totally present. I'm curious for you.
What if it wasn't about less or more
Right.
or greater, if it was just different?
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah, even right now you're talking and it's just so beautiful, the energy of what you're saying, Karla, and it's bringing tears to my eyes. And this is yet another example of like, okay, what if I didn't have to do anything with these tears? What if I could just be with this right now, all of these shifts, and just be like, okay, like this is different. This is where we're at right now. And what if I didn't have to be, and any of us had to be perfect with how we were honoring our loved ones, how we were remembering them? What if there wasn't an actual perfect way to honor anyone?
Yeah.
Including you. Like, what if what's honoring of you didn't have to look any particular way? Honoring this year and looking into 2019, what if us asking for something different and asking for something greater doesn't actually mean that we aren't grateful for the people that have been in our lives that maybe aren't in our lives in the same way now than they were before, or those spaces? I'm thinking of different homes I've worked in, different schools I've worked in. It's like, okay, I have a different relationship with them now than I did before, and that doesn't mean it's less than before. It's only going to be less if I have the point of view that it's less. If I make that the limitation, if I make that it's like, oh, there's so much more distance now between me and my coworkers. There's so much more distance now between me and my, my ex partners and friends and things like that. Like, and what if that actually isn't true, and we could just see what actually is possible, what we could choose right now to honor them in whatever way would work right now. And it doesn't have to look any specific way, like, because that's when we start judging ourselves.
Well, and I just want to acknowledge right now that I have really, I guess this month I've been looking at, and even this morning before having this conversation with you, I've been really thinking of it more as my family or people really close to me. And right now I'm looking at like someone from my high school. Oh my God, what gratitude, Cindy, for you to be here. And Krista from years ago when I lived in another city. And it's like, wow, like my whole body lights up seeing you here. And I feel a little teary right now. Like the way that you everyone has contributed to my life and who I am. And even though there may not be this contact, it's like, like it's contributed to my life, my lifetime, my living, who I am. And
we can still receive from each other. No matter how much time has passed. Like, I also had a friend recently from middle school that she was one of my only friends in middle school. I had a very lonely middle school experience, and we reconnected. And she's lost one of her daughters very, very young, and she's having a rough time. And we were able to just be there for each other, even though it had been, 20 years or something. And you can just pick up if you'd like to choose to, you can just pick up wherever you are right now, wherever that person is right now, and just be like, hey, I got you. I'm here for you.
And sometimes I want to honor that sometimes that isn't actually in the physical form. Like I
Exactly.
don't think that we give enough attention or acknowledgement to, like, when you bring someone into your thoughts, into your awareness.
Yeah.
Some people, that's a form of prayer, or whatever, honoring, whatever your word or way that you do that, um, that is creating connection. That is presence with someone else. Um,
Hmm.
that I
Even I was doing a lot of writing and journaling lately, and I get now from what you just said, and so thank you for that because I hadn't fully acknowledged that that was me honoring people that have inspired me to write before.
oh yeah.
People that have that not just the people that I'm writing about, and but also the people that have given me those nuggets to read about and that like go like, wow, that totally just changed my perspective and my life on things. Like, what if it's all those people that have inspired us to live more fully? Anytime we think about them, we write about them, we sit with the memory of them. That's a one of many ways that we can honor them.
Mm-hmm.
And we can be reminded, okay, we're choosing to live. We can, if we'd like, we could be continually choosing to live. And which way would we like to live with our choices and with our energy and our space and our consciousness, with our creations, with our family and our businesses and all of these different things that we're doing? Like, in what way would we like to do that moving forward? And what parts of our past can we receive from that actually worked and just even that didn't work, just to like notice it. Be like, oh, okay, that worked, that didn't work from our past. And then what actually would we like to continue to choose moving forward? And all those people from every walks of life in our lives, for me, my point of view of it is that they're an invitation for us to consider what we'd actually like to choose and what we don't want to choose anymore.
Yeah, and yeah, and not making significant what we don't want to choose anymore.
Yeah.
I know that I can go to the negative so much easier than
Oh yeah.
the positive. I can go to the lack so much easier than abundance. I can go to the what I didn't do, whatever, or didn't do enough than I can to acknowledge what is.
Mm-hmm.
And that gets in the way too of then truly like living. And it's not that, like, what I'm noticing in many of you who are watching may know that in the last year plus, my life has just had some, I like to call them life disrupting moments. um, but just living with them. My mom's health and memory has been shifting, and my husband has stage 4 cancer. And what if I've been playing in my world with, like, what if we didn't need that to be the reminder? And what if we didn't let those reminders then move us into, oh my gosh, I haven't done this, or I haven't done that, or I haven't done this, or I'm not doing this, or what? But really, like,
Yeah.
you just be present with it as an invitation to, wow, like, how do I want to live? And what do I want to add to my life? Who do I want to add to my life? What energies would I like to invite and be living and have,
Mm-hmm.
and now and in the future? What
Yeah.
I'm recognizing is, like, the now, like, if I'm willing to actually look, you know what, there's parts of it here now already. But I think we're so entrained, like, we come into the world and pretty quickly, like, in this world, it's very much about, like, what's missing, like, always not enough,
Mm-hmm.
not enough, not enough. And there's so
Yeah.
much out there that's inviting us to that now. To, for many years, it's just been, you are enough, you are enough, you are enough. And are we willing to choose that? And sometimes our words are coming, and maybe even some of our choices are coming. But if there's that energy underneath that's still
It's still
telling
okay,
you,
functioning from lack.
yeah,
Yeah, instead of gratitude. Like, even when you're saying life disrupting moments, I'm wondering if it's actually if it's disrupting your life or it's just part of it. Like
inviting.
if we have the point of view that it's disrupting our life, then we're not actually, then we're actually creating kind of a separation from it. Like, okay, this isn't actually part of my life. This is disrupting my life. This is a distraction from what I'd like to choose, instead of being like, oh, this is interesting that this showed up. And what if this is just what's going on right now? And how much more gratitude can I have for these things that are showing up, these moments that aren't fun, that are really intense, that are creating a lot of drama and trauma in maybe my body and my world and my family members or the people I love. And what if that's just what's showing up right now, and it's not a disruption but an invitation, like what you've been saying, like it actually flip it, like the life invitational moments. Like, can we like reframe that?
Exactly. Well, I'm noticing that, like, I'm really like, I can feel change in me to receive that more as an invitation, but my words are still saying disruption. And I do say, like, I'm someone who like has these visual images all the time, and I love the body. And so one thing that has shifted for me over the past couple of years is it feels like a dance. Like, and when I started to say, what, like, I don't know when exactly I opened myself up to say, what if this were a dance? Like, this whole life is a dance. And, you know,
I'm picturing like a football player on the field, and I'm not even a football lover really, but like when someone's about to come and tackle you and you kind of just spin and keep running the other direction, like that. Like, what if it's like, it's not actually disruption? It's like, okay, I guess I got to go and turn over here then instead, but I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm not going to give up on what I'd like to actually have my life be like. It's just like, oh, that tried to disrupt me, that tried to stop me this moment. And a lot of people and a lot of things are trying to do that.
Yeah. And it's a choice, like, right? Like,
and it's a
even
choice.
if you fall dancing or like you totally fall out of rhythm, you can either go, oh, yeah, it's not working, you know, I can't dance. Or you can just be like, all right, I'm just going to stumble through this the best that I can, and what else is possible. And
then get back on the feet, get back on that rhythm.
I know. Well, and then maybe, you know,
that's what I'd like to do in the new year, is more dancing and more, you know, just honoring that, like, yep, I got this. Okay. And sure, you can try to stop me, but we're going to do this here. And just be really grateful for all of this information and awareness that I keep getting all the time about people who are sad, about people who are struggling, including when there's these moments of my life where I am very tempted to judge myself with the enough. And so, is that actually going to work for us in 2019? Is that actually what we'd like to continue to choose in the new year? Or would we like to actually choose something different that might be a little bit lighter, might be a little bit more expansive, might bring some more joy into our lives and some ease into our bodies? I love that you did the winter solstice event.
I did
too.
Having that going on. That was so great.
It seems like a great way to honor 2018 for you and for the people that participated.
Yeah, and what, like, you could ask the question, like, what might be a way for you to just acknowledge whatever's going on right now? And I would love, my friend Siris is an amazing, so many things, but one of the many things that she is and does is she's a facilitator for a body work called Access Consciousness. And it's contributed so much to my life. And right now, I'm just curious, Siris, if you, from there or anything else that you've played with in your life, like if there's a tool or a question or something that it just feels fun and like to sort of maybe offer that to anybody who would like to play with it today.
Yeah, I was actually you're so aware. We didn't even talk about this.
No, we didn't talk about that. It just feels like it would be a contribution.
I was actually had an exercise that I had in mind that we could do, that I've been doing lately as I've been writing and just sitting in the morning. I've had a kind of a slower pace to my mornings lately, since a lot of the kids I work with are off. You know, they just finished and they're into their winter breaks, and so I have.
Can you just say a quick note for people who don't know that about you when you're talking about kids, how you work with kids?
Oh yeah. So, I work with kids in a lot of different capacities, one of which is as a speech language pathologist and learning behavioral specialist, feeding therapist, a consultant to schools and school districts, and create a lot of programs with them and workshops and trainings for staff members and parents. And so I've been doing a lot of that. And then now the schools are on break. And so it gives me a little bit of a break from that and some space from that. And I've been starting my mornings with still wanting to connect with a lot of those kids that had those rough moments transitioning to having full time at home after having, 6, 8 hours of school day, and parents who may have a hard time knowing what to do with
Yeah.
their kids for that long, or finding someone to take care of them because they're still needing to work, and those kinds of things. And then it expanded to what we've been talking about on this video, which is really receiving and making sure to connect with and be and just kind of flow energy to anyone that might need it in my life, that I know or that I don't know, and personally, and just kind of go from there. So if y'all would like, let's do that. Let's
Yeah.
actually expand our awareness in all directions, up and down, side to side, front and back. And you just don't really have to think about it, but if you'd like, you can picture it as like a bubble around you of your awareness. And I love expanding it beyond the building or the car that I'm in all directions. And then expanding that beyond the city that I'm in. Right now I'm in Savannah. I will soon be in Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah.
How does it get any better than that? And I love that Durham's already here. Like, even though my body's not there right now, it's been so contributing to me and my body for months now. And we talk and we flirt and we can whisper to each other. And so I wonder what spaces we can continue to expand beyond while still whispering and flirting with them and receiving from them. And we continue to expand in all directions beyond whatever country that we're in. This is a lovely exercise that I love to do too. I love to travel, and I still staying with my body while I expand my awareness to all the different countries around the world that I would like to visit, that I have visited and would like to visit again, and that or might be asking for some energy from me. And so I just continue to expand beyond all of that and be like, hi, countries, wherever you are. Hello, hello. And continue to expand beyond the earth. Thank you, Earth, for contributing to our bodies. Anything that doesn't allow us to hear you and receive from you and gift to you in whatever way we can, I'm going to let all of that go. All of those interesting points of views about all the things that the earth is doing and what we're creating with the earth and what we're not creating with the earth yet. And let's see what else is possible. And continue to expand beyond the stars and the moons and the planets, the galaxies, beyond this universe and any other universe, in all directions. And just notice how your body may feel. I love that all of the people that are listening to this call and this video now and in the future are here. And they're helping us have even more ease expanding. And so thank you for gifting that energy, your space and consciousness, and being willing to receive this invitation to have a lot more ease and be more expanded. And then ask yourself, ask your awareness in this really expanded space that you be now, hey, how much more can I receive from my past? From past people, past spaces that I may never have considered before? How much more gratitude can I have from everything and everyone in my past? Whew. Wow. There's a lot that is asking to contribute to us. There's a lot of people and things and entities that are asking to contribute to us. I have a lot of, like, right now it's coming to mind is like ancestors who that would like to contribute to us. My uncle, my great uncle, passed away in the last couple weeks, and he's here. And it's so lovely. And so, who is coming to mind? Who is asking you to expand and receive from them? And what spaces are asking for you to receive from them? And are you willing? And if not right now, that's okay. But any bit that you are willing to receive, go ahead and expand even more and take it all in. Just the beauty of it, mm, the deliciousness, the abundance of it. And then actually ask and sit maybe what of your future, what of 2019 and beyond is asking for your contribution, is already whispering to you and wanting to contribute to you and your body now. And anything that doesn't allow any of that, let's let all of that go and expand even more and just let all that come in with ease. And it's noticed that the more expanded you get, the more expanded you have your awareness. And this is something that takes some practice for some of us. It definitely did for me. It was not easy initially for me to expand even beyond the building that I was in. I was like, I would do that for what reason? I don't know those people. And yet I started just kind of tiptoeing a little bit more and a little bit more. And I realized that doing that actually created a lot more ease in my body. And I had a lot less anxiety because I had a ton of anxiety in my world. And if you don't feel like you have to actually protect yourself, you get that increasing your awareness and increasing your willingness to receive actually is one of the greatest protections you can ever have. You can see anything and anyone that might want to harm you, and you can also receive and gift and commune with people and things that are beyond your body and beyond the spaces that you live in even more the more expanded you are without any of the walls up and the barriers up. Krista, thank you for the message.
It's beautiful.
That's beautiful. And so what of our present right now is asking for more gratitude. And, play around with this expansion exercise. It's a tool that I do in different ways all the time. And especially those moments when you get really crunchy and you have all this intensity in your body and with your awareness, it's really helpful to just expand beyond it. And then it becomes a lot less intense. And then you get clarity about, is there anything I have to do with it? Maybe I just notice it. Like we started off our video being like, yeah, what do I do with it? What do I do with it? Is there anything required at all? What if you could just sit with it and be like, well, that's there. Yeah. Okay. And what's right about it? And what's right about me that I have that awareness of it? So that's a little
thank you.
bit.
So for anyone now and in the future, this little exercise of expanding out, which you can take for a minute or more, you can take it for 20 or beyond. But when
in your car, in the bathroom, wherever.
And I had a similar where when I first started it, I couldn't go out the back of my body. Like it just felt like there was something pushing and of course I had all these judgments about that, but then someone just invited me to soften more. And what I've realized is like, and this is a whole nother conversation perhaps, but like the walls that we put up to protect are the same walls that then keep us limited and from receiving all that we could receive. Just know that you're not alone. No one's ever alone. And whatever
even when it feels like you are sometimes.
Even when it feels like you are, and wherever you are, whatever's going on right now for you,
we're here.
It's all okay. And
okay.
Siris, thanks for.
Thank you.
I feel so much more space just being in this space with you than just holding that to myself, and I'm grateful.
Yeah. So. I'm so grateful for you too, and I'm so glad I'll get to see you soon in Durham.
Yeah, in Durham. Yeah, if you're curious, you can go to my Facebook page, my business page, Discover Your Center with Karla, or Siris has one, Empowering Light Language, and you'll find all the events that are there, and some of them are in Durham and other places if it's fun and light.
And what else is possible for 2019 and beyond? Let's see.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you, Karla.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest
Thanks,
of your day,
Crystal,
y'all.
Cindy, Melanie. Thank you all.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Happy, merry everything.
Yeah, Merry everything. Bye.
Yeah. Goodbye.